You know what made me a lot more happy time than most people? Happytime murders. I didn't even give you a chance to answer that question. What is wrong with people? Find out right now.
These are my sunglasses to block out all them haters. Here's a quick background for the movie. It's directed by Brian Henson, who you know is the son of Jim Henson.
Son of Jim Henson. What just happened?
I totally blanked on his first
Jim and
name.
Jane.
There we go.
Oh.
It's written by Todd Berger and D. Austin Berger. And the cast is Melissa McCarthy, Elizabeth Banks, Maya Rudolph, and Joel McHale. And your quick synopsis is, when the puppet cast of an 80s children TV show begin to get murdered one by one, a disgraced LAPD detective turned private eye puppet takes on the case.
All right, so let me just talk for a second.
Yeah, you get your thoughts out.
Here's the deal. And I don't say this to be obnoxious, and I don't say this to... I'm not saying for any other reason, just to paint a picture. When you go to these press screenings, a lot of the times you have no idea what's happening in the real world.
Which is good.
Because they want you to go in and formulate your own opinion and go into something, and you're not really supposed to sit in there afterwards and talk to each other about it, and you're not supposed to go into it and have done everything. You're just supposed to go watch the movie and leave and have your own opinion.
Yeah.
The screening I went to had, I don't know, 500 people in it who were laughing, I thought, as hard as I was during the movie. I was engaged from start to finish. I left this film pretty positive that not only myself, but everyone in there had the best time and loved this movie. I go home, I film.
Did I literally just text you like after you saw the movie?
No, it was the next day.
Okay.
I go home, I film my review for my Patreon. And
Patreon.com/RoxyStrive.
yeah, and I was like, this movie is awesome. I love it. It's hysterical. Melissa McCarthy's amazing. Maya Rudolph slays her role. I was on cloud nine about it because I watched the trailer and I thought it was the most atrocious thing I'd ever seen. And so I thought it was going to be not up my alley, and I was pissing myself. It was so funny. So then I wake up the next morning and I make it live. There's some comments on it being like, interesting that you thought this. Interesting. And I was like, I am interesting.
Thank you.
It's true about me. I ended up talking to one other critic who was like, oh, you liked it? And I said, yeah. And he said, huh. And then we moved on to something
weirdly
else.
Condescending.
So we moved on to something else. I never got to ask. So I'm still thinking like this movie was great. Sam sends me a text saying, did you see Happytime Murders? And I was like, hell yeah, I did. Yeah. He was like, oh, wow, ... So what'd you think? And I was like, it was awesome. He wrote back saying...
I so thought you were being sarcastic.
He wrote back saying, LOL. So at this point, I put all the interactions together. The reviews, comments, the one other critic, Sam, and I'm like, is it possible that people didn't like this movie? It had not dawned on me to this point because that's how much I thought it was just such a solid, funny film. I wrote back to you saying, are people not liking it? You crushed my dreams and spit on me and didn't care while breathing down my throat.
No. Let's get that on a shirt. You
told me it had a 7% of top critics at that time.
Yes. And right now, I think when we polled the critics, it was at 25 total from everyone else.
Which is really bad.
That's really bad.
That's not like, that's not even like 60 where I could be like, oh, well, I was in the percentage that liked it. That's like you're a garbage human if you like this movie. And guess what? I'm a garbage human then. This movie was so funny.
Well, IGN gave it a high score too, which you can take that with a grain of salt, whatever you feel like. But that was it's William Bibbiani, which you know him, and he enjoyed it as well. He gave it a 7.9 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm not saying this is an A+ movie. I'm saying this is a solid B comedy. It's if you like Sausage Party and you like the Muppets.
Why, you named a movie that I very much dislike with a lot of my body and heart and soul.
So I love Sausage Party.
And that's not judgment. Now I'm trying to get in a mindset of what kind of movie this is. And I'm like, I might.
Okay.
Continue.
So merging those two things together is what you have to think about. Do not take your grandparents or your kids to see this. It's raunchy and disgusting. Disgusting. But it's not just poop potty humor. It is a lot of that. But there's actually a storyline, and there's some heart to it. Wow, I can't believe people don't like this movie. I really don't. I can't believe it. It's really funny. It's a summer blockbuster. I won't lie to you people. That thing I sang about a little earlier, Mary Jane, might have been a cause of my affection.
Interesting.
But holy crap.
And now things might make a little bit more sense, maybe.
It was so funny, though, Sam. Like, I thought everybody was laughing. I thought everybody was loving it. I can't believe that this movie is getting panned.
Now explaining that, you have been laughing really hard, and maybe it filled up the room with laughter while the rest was silent.
I'm not going to say it's not possible.
Maybe it was you and Mr. Bibbiani, and you guys were laughing. You were having a ball of a time.
It didn't feel that way, though. I really did have a ball of a time. And I thought it was really short. I mean, I don't know, DJ or Austin, I don't know if you guys
if you could check runtime. It's on IMDb.
I think it was like 90 minutes flat.
That's like almost a short film.
Yeah, it was really short and quick. So even if you didn't like it that much, at least you weren't bored. It went so fast.
90 minutes.
Yeah.
90, yeah.
9 minutes. 19 minutes.
Oh, no. Sorry, it's a short film.
Yeah.
So people are being a little too hard.
I feel like people, though, are being too hard. For a 90-minute movie to tell a complete story that makes people laugh with strong female roles and a weird puppet twist and crime, and to fit all of that in and to make it work, that at least should put it at a C. And then the fact that it was actually
C
good.
is high, though.
Yeah, but for all those things to happen, it was really funny.
Why was it? If I can ask,
Why was it funny?
Why was it funny? Where did the jizz joke land in all of it?
It was not my favorite part of it.
It seemed long in the trailer.
It was really
in
long.
a 90-minute movie. That's a big chunk of the movie.
It was really long. It was not my favorite part. However, it made more sense watching it. I was like, oh, that's why they're doing this. I do wish that was about 3 minutes less. That's a real number. But I think that me seeing it in the trailer made me more prepped. And I was like, oh, I know what this part's going to be. So I'm just going to eat my Sour Patch Kids right now. Okay,
so you gave me a rough letter grade, and we're kind of getting the cast you enjoyed the humor, and you enjoyed the story, the crime element of it.
And the mixture of the puppets and the live action. I thought that they did a great job with that too.
What would you rate it? You said a C.
No, I'm saying at least a C for other people.
Oh, what would you? And you would
I'm gonna give it a B. It's a B.
A solid B or B minus?
I would say.
Dig down deep.
What do you call an 83?
That's a B. B? I don't know. That's a B. I give it. This is a B.
It might be an 82. That's a B minus. It might be a B. It's between a B minus and a B.
Wow. Not even a B minus and a C plus.
No. This movie was really funny. It was really effing funny. What? I don't understand. I don't understand.
If you were to critique it, what would you say?
That it was a little. Look, the humor is a little childish. Not childish for children. Childish like. Penis sometimes. But I sometimes like things like that. And I don't know, maybe if I was to critique it, some of it was over the top. Like if you don't like things if you're looking at something like that could never happen, it's a world in which humans and Muppets are in the same place, walking around. Like that's the world. So you won't like it then because that's the world.
I appreciate you sharing your opinions on this because I think people need to know. Like, I know there's been some interesting comments made about Rotten Tomatoes when it comes to comedies online. Like, most recently, Amy Poehler and Will Ferrell did a gambling movie together where they were trying to run a casino in their own house to pay for their daughter's tuition to go to college. And like, there was a big movement online. I remember Chance the Rapper was like, I have no idea why this has a 20% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's a lovely movie. It's wonderful and it's so funny. So I think this is a good example of maybe if you think a movie is going to be interesting or it's up your alley even a little bit, take a risk and go see it. You know, it won't hurt you too much. It's also 90 minutes. That movie ticket price is not super fun, but hey, if you're on Movie Pass if you're one of the people that are still on that, or that
AMC.
The AMC Club member, whatever that is. That new one sounds amazing, and I actually want to do a review of it because I do want to try it out. Do you guys agree with Roxy? Do you not? Do you have thoughts, feelings? What percentage of the movie was puppets ejaculating? Let me know in the comments down below. But also hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that bell notification to stay up to date. But also subscribe to youtube.com/RoxyStryer.
Yeah.
Because you got stuff going up there. And patreon.com/RoxyStryer. And hit up patreon.com/hardtosaygoodbye. It's our new Game of Thrones review show. We're rewatching the whole series with Miss Trisha Hirschberger. You're not going to want to miss out. Only a buck gets you all the episodes. It's pretty cool. We'll see you guys next time. Bye. Click there. And it was up there.
Fist pump.
Blech.